Chair now recognizes Mr. Frost from Florida for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Commissioner. Like many of my constituents, I'm deeply concerned with the H5N1 avian flu outbreak. It's impacted birds, livestock. At least one person in Orlando lost several of our Lake Eola swans, which is in the center of my district. It's a symbol of our city. While it does seem clear that the avian flu is not currently able to spread easily among people, folks are still wondering about how safe they are. It's brought up a lot in my district. Commissioner, how is the FDA, in coordination with the Department of Agriculture and the CDC, ensuring that Americans have access to reliable and up-to-date information about this?
Well, thanks for bringing this up. It is a very important issue today. As you have noted, avian flu has been around for a while, but it's only recently that it's now infected cattle, and now cows in multiple states. And so this is really an all-of-government effort. There are Zoom conferences multiple times a day now involving FDA, CDC, agriculture, as you said, but also many other areas of government that have a stake in the game of interstate commerce and Department of Justice and issues that are related. So we're all working together, and you should see frequent communications as we work through this, remembering that this is the most recent episodes with the cows is a relatively new thing. So we're starting with a lot of uncertainty and working our way through it.
And since 2006, the federal government has stockpiled antivirals designed to prevent severe illness and death from the flu. Will this medication be effective against avian?
Well, this relates to a discussion that we just had. It's very useful to know the molecular or genetic composition of the virus. And in this case, if you look at the composition of this virus, there's nothing in it that should confer resistance to the current antivirals that we have stockpiled. So we feel good about that. I should note it's always the case that when you have an actual illness, you have to empirically prove that it works. And so fortunately right now, there's really only one infected human that we know of. So it's not something that we can test, but it looks good at this point.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Commissioner. Another subject that's really important to me and is personal to me are allergies. I'm a survivor of anaphylactic shock just a few years ago that almost killed me. I also want to make sure that the other 20 million Americans with food allergies know that what they're taking or what they're eating is safe. A recent study found that 93% of all medicines contain an allergen, and many popular over-the-counter allergy drugs contain lactose. Do you believe that the FDA has the power to require labeling of prescription and over-the-counter medicines for food allergens and gluten?
We definitely have the power to require labeling when it's indicated.
3 years ago, President Biden signed into law the FASTER Act, requiring labeling of sesame as a food allergy, and also requiring HHS to submit a comprehensive government report on food allergies within 18 months. That report has not yet been submitted, and it's very frustrating to Americans with food allergies and their families. Does this report fall under the responsibility of the FDA, and if so, would you be able to provide an update on the status of it?
I'll have to get back with you on that because I'm not familiar with that particular report, but we are very familiar with the fact that allergies in the U.S. are apparently growing and that there is a great need to make sure we get this right.
Okay, yeah, we'd love to follow up on that. I think we even gave a heads up about that question, so you could be prepared, but it's all right. We'll follow up about it. Thank you. I yield back.